Hi everyone, this is Sharon Newitt from Superfast Recruitment, and over the last week I've been asked a particular question on a number of occasions, so I thought it'd be worth jumping on a video and sharing some insights around the answer. First, the question though. A client asked me, what is the most appropriate time for me to be thinking about bringing in an internal marketing person? In fact, is that what I should be thinking about, or do I keep outsourcing? Or another option was, do I train up one of my admin people to take on some of the more admin functional side of it? And then the last one was, and I've got a consultant who's really interested in marketing, had some element of marketing in their degree, should I look at that person and give them some marketing responsibilities? So there's quite a lot of choice here, and I guess there's another choice that I threw into the mix, and that was, do you do a bit of everything? Just plain devil's advocate, of course. Now, what is the answer then? Before I do answer it, I would suggest that what you really need to do is just step back and think about what's the scale of your ambition? Are you really serious and committed to really growing this business? And you've got some quite time frames because there are things that you want to be doing with the business. So think about, how much do you want to grow? And then think about, what's the best way of resourcing that? Because if you're committed at scaling and you've got some pretty quick time frames to hit those goals, then absolutely, I strongly recommend that you think about, bringing somebody internally to support you with your marketing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that they can do everything, because they won't. It's a little bit like the 360 recruiter, isn't it? That, there's lots of talk in the industry that model is no longer sustainable, based on all the changes and how the industry's changed and how we move forward. So, a marketeer, it's not realistic to expect them to be a copywriter, a web designer, a coder, a graphics person, a pay-per-click specialist. There's an awful lot of different elements and specialisms within marketing. I mean, think about it. Here I am, we're part of a marketing company, and what do? We have our own web designer that we work with. I think we're on to our third iteration of our website. We've got a pay-per-click partner that we've just started working with, this year. So we outsource areas of specialism. It's only sensible and practical. But at what point in someone's size and growth do you start thinking about bringing that marketing person in? Well, it does depend a little bit on the scale of that ambition. Let me give you a couple of different examples. So we have one client who they've got a headcount of 5 people, but they are absolutely focused on a big growth plan. So this year they have brought in an internal marketing person, and what has that allowed them to do? Well, they have been creating content and blogging consistently for the first time in several years since we've been working together with them. They are getting their email marketing out on a weekly basis. They have just in the last month run their first webinar. That is something that they just would not have done had they not had the time and the support of this internal marketing person. And so, their brand presence is building, they're engaging more with clients, and they're starting to build momentum. So that's how the model can work with, a smaller business, let's say from a headcount point of view. Let's go to the other extreme though. We've got a client with 10, 11 sort of headcount. They've got an internal marketing person, and then we've got clients who are in that 20, 30 headcount bracket and one that's in the 50 bracket, where one company has one full-time person who's working across 2 brands and outsources, and then we have another company that have 2 marketing people, 1 marketing manager, and then someone who specializes in all the graphics, and hey, they are still outsourcing their content to ourselves. So, it's a blended model. So what I would say to you is just think about, what the scale of the ambitions are and what's right for you where you are now, and do plan though in your business plan to be introducing that marketing person, because you can achieve so much more when you've got someone with real marketing expertise and an insight and clarity. And I think the last thing that I want to say is, if you're at that point where you are also thinking about, well, should I, shouldn't I, or actually it's in the plan for 2020, which is great, but what kind of person do I need in terms of a marketing executive or a marketing manager? What I want you to do is I am going to drop a link in the comment box below. Go and click that link, because Denise wrote an article for one of our clients who was at this point just thinking about, we want to recruit, but what should we be looking for? And Denise put together a great blog post that a number of people have commented on how valuable that's been in that recruiting process. So that's Sharon Newey from Superfast Recruitment, and we'll talk to you soon.